Good day, and thanks for stopping by GardenStateWeather.com, New Jersey and the Northern Mid-Atlantic region's weather news portal. I'm forecaster Robert Smith, and this is the daily video forecast discussion for Tuesday, March 13th, 2012. And we can see this beautiful bird perched on our tree limb here with a lot of beautiful flowers beginning to bud on the trees. And it was a very budding day yesterday on Monday. And from the New Jersey Weather and Climate Network from Rutgers University, these were the high temperatures, the maximum temperatures on Monday, and a lot of records were broken too. Look at these temperatures here. Delicious, actually. Temperatures in the upper 60s and low to mid 70s. We had 75 in Hawthorne, 73 at Ramsey, 72 at Howarth. And we had about 69 at Parsippany. Look at all these temperatures in the upper 60s to low 70s. It was considerably cooler around Atlantic City and the Marina at 56, and the outer barrier islands here of coastal New Jersey and the central and southern New Jersey, 65. But still, that's not bad temperature, 62 at Seaside Heights. We had some records at Newark, 73 degrees was the temperature record right here at Newark, New Jersey this afternoon. And we had Islip on Long Island also at 65. That was a record. LaGuardia 69. That was a record. New York City Central Park tied the record at 71, set back on this date in 1890. Now, temperatures in the marinas this evening are in the upper 40s to around 50 degrees, and that was on Monday night, and temperatures are continuing in the 40s. We'll get to that in just a moment over the waters. Now, yesterday in the discussion, I talked about the winds out of the southwest and the cooling effect that the water would have on the barrier islands here, the barrier little islands here along immediate coastal New Jersey. We could see that on Doppler radar on Monday, that the coastal front stretched not too far inland, but we did have some very strong winds on Monday afternoon, and they made it all the way in through the coastal areas. 23, 27, we had gusts to 31 miles per hour at the Atlantic City Marina, and that kept water temperatures, that kept the air much cooler right along the immediate coastline. Okay, I want to talk about a couple of hazards here along the immediate coast now, from central and southern New Jersey all the way down to Atlantic City, and then down to the waters off of the Cape May Ferry into Lewis, Delaware, and down into around just north of Ocean City in Maryland. On Tuesday night, we're expecting small craft advisories to be in effect. Southwest winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour, or 10 to 15 knots, with gusts up to 25. So seas 3 to 5 feet on the waters here, right along the immediate coast. And we've got water temperatures in the 40s to around 50. Inland temperatures tomorrow, again, even with the clouds, upper 60s to lower 70s, flirting with that again. Could be a little cooler tomorrow than today, but probably just about topping off where we were. So the difference between the air temperatures over the land and the water temperatures and a southwest flow, we're going to get some choppy seas right along the immediate coast. Okay, at the time of this recording, we have the latest eastern U.S. water vapor loop and overlaid with the fronts. This is an indication of where the moisture is, the water vapor anyway, in the upper atmosphere. Satellite view shows the darker blues where the precipitation and the high cloudiness is, the water vapor. And generally what we have, if we overlaid this with the fronts, we find a weak warm front approaching from the southwest and crossing over the region. A cold front here out of the eastern Great Lakes and the Ohio Valley will be swinging through the area. This is our upper level low across the upper Great Lakes. We'll put this in motion in just a moment. What I want to do is take off the fronts right now and put in the high density winds. We can see generally this strong south to southwest flow of air, almost cresting as it gets off the northern mid-Atlantic, as high pressure is off the southern and central mid-Atlantic coast states, and we've got a northwest flow here, so it's cresting. This is where the ridge axis is here across the mid-Atlantic coast states tonight, and we're getting a west to southwest to northwest component, downsloping component in the upper levels of the atmosphere. So it's pretty dry here, and that's probably why a lot of the earlier showers on Monday night are kind of drying out as they're making it their way across the region this evening, and they're widely scattered too. Now, if we show the low density winds, high pressure is definitely off the coast here. We can see this return flow right around the center of high pressure. Now, what is really interesting, as I told you, the water temperatures here all over New Jersey and New York and down through the Delmarva area, right along the coastline, is anywhere from the upper 40s to low 50s. Take a look at these sea surface temperatures off the southeast and central western Atlantic coastline. We have sea surface temperatures around the high pressure ridge here, and these are at the surface now, 20 degrees and 22 degrees Celsius. That's about 68 to 70 degree water off of the south central mid-Atlantic coast states at this time of the year. That is really impressive. Okay, put this into motion here. We find the upper level low now moving across the Great Lakes into southeastern Canada. Warm front moving through, cold front will be moving through during this afternoon, and there is partially going to be some clearing before the front comes through, and there could even be a chance of a shower or a thunderstorm after a batch of rain moves across central and eastern Pennsylvania this morning, and then east of the area during this afternoon before the cold front comes through. And it's not much of a cold front, but it will spark a few showers and perhaps even a thunderstorm. But the chances of a wider range event is not likely at this time. Surface maps in motion for this afternoon on Tuesday. Here comes the cold front now, a thin line of a few showers, perhaps even a thunderstorm across the area during this afternoon before that cold front just swings on through here. And high pressure, here comes a second cold front now across, and this one will probably be dying out. The first front dying out, second cold front comes through tomorrow evening. High pressure ridge across the upper Great Lakes all the way down to the Gulf Coast states begins to move in our direction. And the front moves offshore. High pressure builds into the region on Wednesday. Now the air where the high is situated could produce an onshore flow across the region, but central areas and eastern areas of the coastlines could be a little cooler, and we'll have to watch out just how much where the actual high is, because if the surface conditions produce an onshore northeast wind, more clouds could be coming into the picture. But right now the atmosphere looks like it's going to be pretty dry around here on Wednesday morning into Wednesday afternoon. And then high pressure builds off the coast, and here comes another upper low across the Great Lakes again. You can see this pattern is going to be repeating itself. Front kind of stalls out and washes out to our south and west, and this is going to be for the day on Thursday as weak high pressure and an onshore flow continues across the region. Temperatures will be a little cooler than they've been, and by the way, today's temperatures with some sunshine breaking out across the region are going to be in the 70s, but record highs now are in the 80s, so we're not going to reach any records like we did on Monday. Getting back to the forecast charts now for Friday, high pressure off the coast and weak low pressure across the Great Lakes with a warm frontal boundary snaking down through southern Delaware and into the Virginias and off the northern and central mid-Atlantic coast states. It's going to try to make a beeline here, and then finally the upper low and cold front moves through the region on Friday night and Saturday morning. High pressure noses down and ridges down across the region from Quebec over the weekend. Once again, by Sunday, high pressure centered right over the northeastern United States all the way down to the mid-Atlantic coast states, providing generally dry, calm weather. Looks like we're going to be warming back up again early next week. Here's the center of high pressure right over New Jersey on Monday afternoon. It's going to be delightful next Monday too, and the high pressure ridge all the way across the eastern United States. Next nearest foul weather is over southeastern Canada, south central Canada, with a cold front across the upper Midwest and the Central Plains, but that is so far away from our area. If we look at the next, this is quite interesting, the next 6 to 10 day outlooks and temperatures, look at how much above normal. 80% probability of it being above normal across the Ohio Valley, and this is valid for the period March 18th through the 22nd. All of the eastern United States continues to be at 60 to 70% above chances of being above normal during the next 6 to 10 days. And obviously precipitation chances are minimal as you get from the northern mid-Atlantic, southern New England coast all the way down through northern Florida and central Florida too. And that just means just very dry weather across the eastern United States. We are below precipitation. This time last year, from January 1st till now, we had about 11.5 inches of rainfall, or just liquid precipitation. This year, we only have about 4.5 inches of rainfall, and that is a departure basically between 3 and 3.5 inches in all areas here of the northern mid-Atlantic. Now, I know that we went through an extremely wet period last year, but we are now going below normal this year, and probably a lot of people are thinking that that might continue over the next several months into the summer, and that is what I'm thinking too. Now, the 8 to 14 day outlooks in temperature, look at this, above normal. 80% above normal through the Tennessee and Mississippi Valley, all the way to the East Coast, and precipitation chances again below average all the way along the eastern coast from Maine to Florida. Well, that's going to do it for today. I'm out of time. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget, if you're watching this video, do subscribe to our weathercast here, our daily video forecast discussions on our YouTube page. And of course, continue to peruse all the information at GardenStateWeather.com. You make it a very nice day and a pleasant one too. For Garden State Weather, I'm forecaster Robert Smith.